Yes, how are we all doing? Manchester City back to winning ways following our 2-1 win at home to Brighton, and boy did we need that. We needed that, if you ask me, a lot, considering we were 3 back-to-back consecutive losses in a row domestically, with Newcastle, Wolves and Arsenal just behind us, and then we had to kind of sit and stern and digest that Arsenal loss for the best part of 2 weeks, and today was about getting ourselves back to winning ways, and we have absolutely done that. Quite a few things to talk about in this game, quite a few controversial topics, some great performances. I want all of you guys to get down below in the comments and let me know your thoughts on absolutely everything I say. Leave your thoughts on this win down below as well. Smash a like on this video and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very much as well for 83,000 subscribers. Right, 2-1 City, and I have to say the first half today was so refreshing. I was watching that first half going, yes, this is the Manchester City that we all know and love. This is that aggressive, attacking football, that fluid football, whatever adjective you want to use. That was a refreshing first half. I really enjoyed watching it. Is it any coincidence that the return of John Stones and Rodri meant the overall performance in that first 45 had improved? Probably not, because those two players are absolute Rolls Royces. You saw John Stones getting involved in attacks. You saw him doing his trademark inverting into the centre of the pitch to make an extra midfielder, and the pace in which he knocks the ball around, the way in which he reads the game, exactly the same for Rodri. When they're not there, you really notice it, and unfortunately we did notice it when they weren't there for the past couple of weeks. So the first half, I thought the front three were absolutely fantastic. I want to start with Phil Foden. I think in that first half, he played the way that I've been wanting him to play for a while. He started off on the right. I don't mean positionally, I just mean in terms of his overall influence on the game and the way he imposed himself. Starts off on the right. He's kind of moving in, hovering in and out into the centre of the pitch, back out to the right, and he was trying to make things happen. I think with Phil Foden, I want aggression in the way he attacks. I want a serious hunger to make things happen, and I think it's fair to say he was. Him and Bernardo were linking up really nicely. Bernardo and Doku were linking up really nicely. Is this the new way forward? Is this the new midfield that we need while Kevin De Bruyne is injured? A Rodri, Alvarez, and Bernardo, where you play Foden out on the right. Is Phil Foden best suited to playing on the right wing, but coming into the middle of the pitch when needs be to be a creative force in there as well? And that brings me on nicely to the other wing, Jeremy Doku. Myself and Jordy Porty had a bit of a chat, discussion, debate as to who we would prefer to start this game. He said Doku, I said Grealish. I would have been happy with either. Perfectly happy to see Doku start the game today, and I thought he was absolutely exceptional. He makes a great argument for man of the match. I don't know who got the official man of the match, but Doku is right up there getting his assist. I think it's fair to say he had that right side of the Brighton defence absolutely on toast, and I think I didn't think deep enough into it as to why he might choose Doku before the game, but once I saw the Brighton lineup, it made perfect sense. I think Pep was anticipating James Milner to start at right back like he did for Brighton, and in Pep's head it was a simple case of put the electric left winger in Jeremy Doku on old man Milner, and you're gonna cause chaos over on that side of the pitch, and he absolutely did. I still think Doku's raw. His touch can be off at times. His decision making can be a bit slow at times. But in games like today, you can't argue with his impact that he has and the devastation he can cause. Like he got his assist and he made that goal. You know, the amount of ground he covered, the turn of pace, the acceleration he showed to get past the defender, and then place it nicely back for Julian Alvarez, who gets another GNA, another goal for himself. What a fantastic start to the season he's had. I'm not sure he meant that type of finish, but they all count, and then he still hit the back of the net, so it doesn't matter. But listen, Jeremy Doku, I was really impressed with today, and I think he's only going to get better. So he's definitely something to be excited about as we go on. And then of course with the rest of the attack, Erling Haaland in the first half, like I said, the whole attack was moving nicely. We were finding him more. We were getting Haaland involved in the game. We were trying to find Haaland. We were putting balls over the top for Haaland. We were hitting into the channels for Haaland to run onto. And that's what we need to do for Erling Haaland. I mean, we shouldn't be expecting Haaland to be dropping down to the halfway line and trying to break up attacks of the opposition and spray passes and be, you know, like Harry Kane type. No, you put the ball into Haaland's channel, into his natural habitat where he's most effective and most comfortable. he's going to cause problems, you know, and throughout that international break, I was seeing more than usual shouts that Erling Haaland is a tap-in merchant. I tell you for a fact, today's goal, for those of you who haven't seen it or won't see it, it's not a tap-in. It's on the edge of the box. It's a fantastic, lethal, left-footed finish. Is that favourite left foot of his low into the bottom corner past Jason Steele, who had really no chance. He is clinical. He is an elite specialist finisher. Give this guy chances, he's going to bag more often than not. And you could tell there was a hunger level from him today to kind of redeem himself, because he hasn't scored in 3 games, or he hadn't scored in 3 games up until today. So we're 2-0 up at half-time. I'm saying this is plain sailing, more of the same in the second half, and we could have a great result on our hands. A big 4-5-6-0, who knows? But I don't know what it is. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I think we dropped our levels of intensity slightly in the second half. We dropped our energy levels. We didn't play with that same oomph, you know what I mean? That same enthusiasm to press and get more goals. We allowed Brighton to grow into the game. Of course, they got their goal. Akanji made the mistake there, and I'll get onto the Akanji red card and my thoughts on Akanji shortly, but I really thought a clean sheet would have been great today, and I think it was there for the taking. I think we switched off. I think the discipline at times is sometimes a bit off as well. Needless free kicks and yellow cards and that kind of thing. But listen, it wasn't too devastating today. We still got our 3 points. And then Akanji gets his red card, and I think it's another case of complaining about officiating, isn't it? I mean, for me, yeah, you could say it's a yellow card, but why wasn't Konate? Why wasn't he given a yellow card for the exact same incident this morning in the Merseyside derby? It's almost, you know, frame for frame, incident for incident, the exact same incident. Konate's second yellow card, or what should have been his second yellow card against Everton, versus Akanji's second yellow card against Brighton today. And now subsequently Akanji will be out for the Manchester derby next Sunday. Do I think that's a massive blow? No, I don't. I'm going to be fully real, fully honest with you. I'm not Akanji's biggest fan. I get he had a very good season last season. He had his place, he had his role, he was consistent. This season, I think he's too many mistakes. I don't think he's at the same level he was last season. I don't think he should be near our starting 11. So I think next Sunday, is it a blessing in disguise? You might see a Walker, Stones, Diaz, Vardiol back 4, maybe Nathan Ake back 4. Who knows? I don't think Akanji should be near the starting 11 anyway. So it's not the worst thing in the world for me, but for him personally, it's not great. But like I said, officiating, you guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, because there doesn't seem to be much consistency today regarding second yellow cards, especially with that particular incident. So, look, it is what it is. We're back to winning ways, like I said, which was above anything the most important thing. And like I've already gone over, there's a lot of positives to take from the first 45 minutes. I think it's something we can absolutely build on, is that first 45 minutes. And I think when Pep assesses that game and does a video session with the players this week, looking back on it, he'll go, that first 45, the patterns of play we were using, they were effective, and that's what we need to do for 90 minutes, not just 45. You saw before the first international break and the second international break, we were very much second half FC. Today we were very much first half FC, although there were some good moments in the second half too. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I think to get back to winning ways ahead of young boys during the week, going out to Switzerland, of course. Another opportunity to put in a big performance, hopefully get some more goals, a win on the board in the Champions League, and then we look forward to the almighty Manchester derby. I'm going a trip to the Swamp, Old Trafford. How will that fare? We do not know just yet, but there'll be plenty of content here on City Extra building up towards that game, and I'm looking forward to it. So listen, leave all your thoughts down below on today's win, 2-1 over Brighton, back to winning ways, as I keep saying, and smash a like on this video if you would. It massively helps us here, and subscribe. And once again, thank you so much for helping us get to 83,000 subscribers. The next goal is 84. Let's see how fast we can make that happen. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Blues, and I'll see you all very soon.